uh, country people, Mami and Papa them for ground zero at the Salurona. My name again is Silas Atefor. I did make this short video in relation to the incidents and way they don't happen for our country for the last few weeks. We know say this issue for school resumption, it become up as September, it become rich, and plenty of we activists and other stakeholders for this world revolution, they be come out clearly for talk about the position of school resumption. Most importantly, plenty Ambazonian self-defense forces and for ground, they be also take position. I know say the ATF, if you take a position on school resumption, say the community schools and private schools, them they be allowed to operate. It even be demonstrated for October 1st celebrations, where we see plenty community schools where they already operate, they be matched. So that one, like a proof of the position of Ambazonian self-defense forces and Ambazonian stakeholders and for this revolution, who say where they stand. The AMF, it will also take a position on school resumption, say community schools and private schools, and they be allowed to operate. And we will also see the AGOVC, they will take the same position with the ADF, they already practice them on the ground. And the interim government of President Sisikwayo Julius Tabi, they will also say, we say we communities where they feel secure, make they take every measure for make sure say make what Pekin and be educated for all situations. Both the AGOVC, ADF, and AMF and other stakeholders, the IG of President Sisikwayo Julius Tabi, they be also caution for security. Say they so the fact say what Pekin they also need for be educated, not just in the same way we're picking into they try to get education for other places that we war-torn countries like Syria, Yemen, and all of that. Picking they also try to get education for these countries, and so it no means say war don't stop. So make parents and the teachers, I mean, they take the required measures the way it be needed for make sure say any community we want provide some form of education for what picking them during this time, make them follow security protocols. At no point in time the Ambazonian revolution don't be against education. So the branding for the Ambazonian approach towards La Republic schools in our territory, them saying school boycott, it don't always be wrong, and plenty of people not even take the time for even explain this. They take the pain to explain this because of the misconception and misunderstanding where it on the flow and we don't get repercussions for the last few days. Ambazonians they want quality education for their kingdom, and I waited that way from the very get-go. We're going to fight. We'll fight now against La Republic schools for our territory, not against education. We'll fight now against La Republic justice system for our country, not against justices. So anybody where it be Ambazonian lawyer for inside Ambazonia, he don't practice a common law. It be in a full right for run and call for justice anytime, open the chambers and work accordingly as way for bring serve justice and for advocate for the people of their communities. That is what these boycotts have been about. No be any kind of anti lawyer or anti-school. So this one it don't be clear. Now one also make and categorically clear say this, so the issue for a boycott, it will be from 2016 now a temporary measure for call the attention of Yaoundé as Pata Sang and Bob Garden. They be call for those boycotts them back then, for raise the attention for the then government where it be the whole way hostage until after we can declare our restoration with President Sisikwayo Julius Tabi be do. It means say that era it don't be over. Systematically Paul Biya can declare war on the people of Ambazonia. We mean that's what the issue for war, no be something when a Paul Biya go solve again. So we don't need the attention of Paul Biya. We need the attention of the international community, and the attention of the international community. That's what we defend ourselves against this war where Paul Biya declare on our people. So that one are the focus of the attention and not school anymore. Every single Ambazonian, again, for make sure say make making them find the best ways of get education at this time, because it happened for other places that where war they go on. People they still find ways and keep picking them, make they get knowledge. Because if we can not even get an understanding of why these fights they go on, that means when all we will die, because the war is still long, when all we will die, we're not going to get begin to understand why we the fight get for continue. So now the main reason that we get for continuously to educate what picking them, even in times of war, not a necessity. So there is no school boycott, but there is the boycott of lack of public education on our people. That is what is in place. So make no man not get this one twisted. This one a message for all our fighters and for Ground Zero, where some of them maybe don't misunderstand what it be all about. So make they get this clearly and know or the values them with them as self-defense volunteers them. They defend them. So now they defend exactly what the revolution will be all about. For any misguided politician for diaspora, we give on a contrary information, make one refuse that information, because all of those kinds of doctrines, from agents provocateurs manipulated by the system of La République du Cameroun. We know all how these things that work, but one we assure the Ambazonian population for Ground Zero say education it remains a key reason why we would fight, not for destroy the education, but for improve our education. All community and private schools and be allowed to operate. All mission schools and be allowed to operate. They will systematically change all into our community schools and leave private schools. So all mission schools that make them go ahead with their activities as before. Again, or when I know say this, so the doctrine of La République in our schools and it not be tolerated. No bilingual school is allowed. So make una focus on attention for community schools and improve these schools with the right knowledge. We will prepare picking them for the next generation for meet the global educational standards, not La République standard for enslave and assimilate our picking them. So now the focus that this short message now for our people for Ground Zero, and particularly for any self-defense volunteer where they on the ground, we either misunderstand which way this be all about. So I want to thank Ambazonians very much. Say make we not get this twisted anymore. The attention of this revolution, day now on schools. The attention of this revolution day now to the international community, and now the killings the way like we don't do on our people be the focus. Now the war will probably declare on us be the focus, not schools anymore. Schools will be at that time where Bobga and Tassang the one raise the attention of Pobia, say make it solve that problem, make it out of hand. But via a reaction, it push we now for call on the international community for respond. We now only a negotiated settlement will take we out of this position we did in. And as long as La Republic military they continue to kill what people, the self-defense volunteers on the ground, they will continue also to defend our people and themselves from this tyranny. The way out for this now a negotiated settlement on the dialogue table. We don't talk this over and over, and not be today is that now we say that would I will always be for them. May God bless Ambazonia, and again my heart go for all what picking them where they don't suffer humiliation, they don't suffer death and all this chaos way La Republic don't bring up our land. Make our parents and way they be all victims. We all will be victims for this occupation of La Republique on our territory. May God give we the courage to pass through this phase and prepare we, give we the strength for build a new country based on justice, truth, and prosperity. My name again is Silas Atefor for New York.